Actually, even the way the government has always been telling people about AIDS, and there are all these, advertisements in theaters also. If you see, कि AIDS से बचें या सुरक्षा रखें. So there is a reason why there is public awareness being created because it's important. But then, what is the right age to start educating people? Not when they already have formed certain taboos in their head. It has to happen at the level when, I feel that puberty a child hits at 13, 14.
That's right.
And I think that's the time that they need to know everything to do with their sexual health. For me, what is a complete no-no is something that I can't watch with my parents.
Yeah.
I feel that they've put in so much trust in me and let me live my dream, and they're very liberal, But can I like, this is a film, like I said, even though the topic is taboo, I can watch with them because it's a complete family entertainer. No, I know. उसको हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? Give us some hints, yeah.
It starts with K.
K.
ये क्या hint है?
अभी क्या हिंट दूं मैं? She said क्लिनिक को जो हिंदी में बोलते हैं
खाना
शफाखाना
खानदानी शफाखाना.
Yes. Hi guys, welcome to News 18 Showsha, and today I have with me the star cast of Chhatriwali, Rakul and Sumeet. Hi guys.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Great. I would want to start off the interview with an anecdote. So, this film is about normalizing sex education, which I think is great. I remember when I was in school, of course, we were not given any lessons on sex education. I remember this one particular orientation where we were just shown a PPT and we were not allowed to ask any questions. It went on for 10 minutes and that was it. And we were supposed to understand the A to Z of, sex education.
Oh, wow. So you were specifically asked not to ask any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Wow.
I mean, in my school, they had like one...
दिखाना है, दिखा रहे, बस हो गया अभी.
So that's what our film is,
Exactly.
That's exactly what our film is, that we do understand somewhere the importance. We want to just but brush over it because the books have it. There is a reason that, and that's what, even when you see our trailer, it says that it is compulsory. There's a reason that it's in the books. It's a part of the education curriculum. And even in my school, we had sex ed class. I think I was in my 9th standard at that point.
Yeah.
But हमें ऐसा नहीं बोला था कि don't ask questions. But the funny thing was that we were all so giggly and shy about it that we didn't want to ask questions. We were like, ये खत्म कब होगी? And as you grow older, you realize that this is a need of the hour and this is important.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. Sumit, what do you have to say? You said the same thing that
Similar,
आपको पढ़ाया नहीं गया
हमारे
था.
भी स्कूल में नहीं था. I think in 9th class only they had a similar 10-minute presentation where we were asked not to question or there was no conversation. Like there was just this one PPT.
Yeah, it was a one-sided thing, right?
Yeah, and I could see that even the male teacher was so embarrassed or shy and awkward
shy
about
and
the whole
awkward,
situation. And so were we, obviously, because we were young and, and it would have been nicer if he wasn't awkward. The one who's talking about it, sort of drives the energy of the room.
Right.
So if that person is very clear and calm about the situation, then even if someone's trying to do some mischief, beyond a point, they will come down and normalize.
That's
and
right.
say it's just one of the many things that happen in humankind.
Absolutely. And you need to know about it.
You need to know about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing actually. It's the natural human progression.
Absolutely.
And you need to know it. No human being, they might not have a professional career, but this is something you can't run away from. It's the natural. It's science. Beyond everything, it's biology, it's science, and it's got health related to it. Associated with it. So more the reason that, actually even the way the government has always been telling people about AIDS, and there are all these, advertisements in theaters also, if you see, कि AIDS से बचें या सुरक्षा रखें. So there is a reason why there is public awareness being created because it's important. But then what is the right age to start educating people? Not when they already have formed certain taboos in their head. It has to happen at the level when, I feel that puberty a child hits at 13, 14.
That's right.
And I think that's the time that they need to know everything to do with their sexual health. That's the time to start educating, because if they're educated, they won't take wrong decisions. And that's all what the film also says.
I agree, because when you do not know about something, it becomes a forbidden fruit.
Absolutely.
Hannah? And
Absolutely.
then that's the root cause of all the trouble.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The more you run away from it, the more you're shy about it, and there's also like growing up, I used to feel a sense of guilt which is associated with sex, so to say, and it took me a very long time to understand that it's fine. It's I have not done anything unholy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's another whole aspect of it that really, I personally feel sort of drives people in the wrong direction, so to say. It, like as you grow up, you go beyond it. There is more to life than this.
Right.
And this is just one part of life. You don't have to, this cannot surround your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel that it's the job of our generation, the generation older than us, to introduce younger people to this facet of life without any prejudice or fear or embarrassment.
No, it's like anything you don't talk about becomes a taboo.
True.
Right? For the longest time, I mean, women never spoke about their periods. Then films come and then you say that it's so important because it's a natural process. How else will people be born? How else is life coming into existence on this planet? So it is scientific. It is biology of your body. Similarly, everything else, what we are talking about, we're not talking about sex, but we're talking about safe sex. And we're talking about sex education and how it affects women's health primarily if they if they're misinformed. Right? So there are a lot of important topics that the film covers. Like nobody really talks about how many abortions can a woman's body handle. What happens when you have miscarriages? What is the toll that a woman's health takes? So these are important conversations, but I feel unfortunately we've not spoken about it because we just haven't. And it's great that through an entertaining way, if you can, educate people. I mean, of course, our first primary agenda is to entertain people, and then there is a subtle messaging that happens via entertainment.
Right. So, of late, let's say in the past 3-4 years, we have seen a lot of films being made that tries to normalize, let's say, sex, or tries to promote safe sex, or various aspects of it, sorry. Also, small town happens to be a very common template today. Were there any apprehensions, guys, when you signed on to this film? Because it also sort of carries a repetitive template.
How many action films have we seen?
Oh,
how many romantic films have we seen?
Yeah.
There are only a few genres that you can play with, right? And every film will be different. It could be talking about a similar subject.
Right.
But there are different ways of telling a story. Also, that subject has a wide variety of things under its umbrella. So, like I said, that we're not just talking about unsafe sex or use of protection. We're also talking about the effect that it has on women's health, which I don't think has been highlighted. We're also talking about sex education. What is the right age for sex education? How do you educate and normalize it? So there are a lot of conversations around it. And, education, for everything, I feel the root is education. Right. For anything in life, if there's the right kind of education, we say heart health ka dhyan rakho. It's educating people that do this much cardio, post COVID don't do this, don't do that. So it's also the similar thing about sexual health. That's also a part of our body, as normal as how your physical health is, your mental health is, your heart health, brain health is your sexual health. So I think that's how it's different. because it also covers a lot of other topics under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
And then every director has a way of showing a particular story, or every film is different because this is a journey of two different characters of Sanya and Rishi.
Right.
And you can't compare. You know, ऐसे तो मतलब so many romantic films have come, and so many action films have come, and so many larger than life films have come. But each film is still different.
Yeah.
Because stories are different.
That's right. Sumeet, do you want to add something to that?
No, same. I mean, I completely agree with that. And also, I mean, the way this story is dealt with, you know, while signing on the film, the one thing that I wanted to make sure is that the makers are very clean in their head.
Yeah.
They're clear in their head as to what story they're saying and what sort of confidence they come with. You know, because when you're telling a story about a subject which is slightly edgy or rather slightly
already a taboo.
A taboo.
Yeah.
You have to be very, very confident with what you're saying. You know, there has to be an clarity.
And I can tell you that this is a taboo topic, but I can watch this film with my parents.
Yeah, like
You
there's
know,
no like
there's nothing, not one line that is sleazy, not one scene that you will cringe with, because we are not trying to normalize anything. We're trying to normalize what is normal. You know, and we are not preachy. We're an entertaining film.
Yeah.
We are a story of this girl Sanya and then Rishi, who comes into her life, and then what happens. And through the journey, where even in the film, it's through her journey that she realizes that this is important.
Yeah.
It's not that she was born with this idea. So it's a journey of two characters, and it's entertaining. And again, I'm saying that it's via that entertainment that you will get a messaging.
Right.
And the film is something like, I remember you asked that, did we have apprehensions? When I read the script, I discuss every script with my parents. And I told them that this is a film that I'm doing. And in fact, my parents were very proud. And when I showed my dad the trailer also, he had very good things to say, you know. So there's nothing in it that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. You know why I asked this question, and this might be completely wrong, because I read somewhere that you were initially a little skeptical.
No.
Okay, so that's false information.
Never believe half the things you read. Because even I read them and I'm like, really? Was I?
Okay, Sumeet, coming to you, there's something I really admire about your body of work and your performance is the fact that you have redefined masculinity. You know, you don't conform to these heroic characteristics. You are as close to life. Is there a conscious choice, Sumeet, to be these men on screen?
I mean, there's also, one is that you draw a lot from the kind of person you are and your own personality and your own belief system. That translates into the art that you create. One is that. And secondly, I mean, they don't cast me for the roles that they cast Tiger for. So,
do you want to do those roles?
No, I don't think so. I'm not interested. I never was. And, you have to understand. It's also acting. A lot of people confuse actors as, people who are doing everything. It's like there are singers, but then there is a ghazal singer, and then there is a rock singer, and they're all singers.
Right.
There is somebody who sings Punjabi, and there's somebody who sings something else. Now, they can possibly do everything, but would they? No, they all excel in a certain territory.
Right.
And similarly, as actors also, we have one or two territories that we are very, very good at. We are efficient at. And you must explore things in that genre and excel in that. And maybe experiment once in a while here and there. But on the whole, there is an island that belongs to you, and you must explore and have fun there.
Yeah, which you're doing.
Which I'm doing.
Yeah. Since I spoke about redefining masculinity, I think largely I wouldn't say that's happening, as far as our mainstream cinema goes, but in pockets it's happening. And of course, you are one of the, out there on the forefront. We talk a lot about, the changing landscape as far as women in cinema is concerned. I would want to ask you, what do you think about men in cinema today?
Men in cinema are doing just fine. I think...
their representation on
it's
screen.
changing. Cinema is a direct representation of what we are feeling and what happens in life. We draw from what happens around, and the fact that people accept and appreciate male characters like these who are relatable, who feel things and who don't not cry because they are men, or who always do the right thing, and who are always the ones rescuing everyone.
Saviors, the savior complex.
तो वो वाला उससे अब उतना नहीं relate कर पा रहे लोग, because not all men are born to like lift 200 people and save them from a sinking ship.
Right.
You know, men and women can both do the same. You know, so it's got less to do with your gender and more to do with what you are doing in that situation.
Rakul, it's so good to see you on the poster of a film.
Thank you.
And we have spoken about this earlier. I remember you said, you know, I'm so happy that finally filmmakers are putting their faith in me to shoulder a film, to headline a film. Do you think it's happening a little too late in your career? Would you wish it happened earlier?
No. I mean, why would I? Why would I? What is late and what is early, firstly?
Yeah.
You know, and who defines that? I think it's always about the right script coming to you, and you feeling prepared.
Yeah.
Also because I wasn't really working in Hindi actively.
Yeah.
For you to count the first two films, first film, and then say, oh, is it happening late? Because I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I was working in Telugu.
Right.
And then it's just been 3 years that I came here. And I feel that it's always a journey that you take, and it's never about the time, it's about the timing of the right project for you. It's about what really excites you, and you want it to be, or possibly, you know, you just, I mean, I don't even think of it as like, this is the subject or ye mera pehla hai. That's not my thought. This is a subject and it came to me, and it's really very close to my heart because it talks about empowering women in a sense, you know, giving them a voice in the bedroom, and I think that's what excited me the most. When the timing is right, the film is happening. That's it. I don't put too much thought into it. Is it late? Is it early? No, I mean, none of us can navigate that.
Yeah.
It's going to happen at the right time, and right now my only hope is that people enjoy the film.
Yeah. Are there any deal breakers for the both of you when it comes to, you know, portraying certain characters or being a part of certain projects? That's something that I'm not going to do.
Yeah, I'm sure there are quite a few for everyone. You know, like for me, I think if the character I'm being offered is not moving the story forward or rattling the story in some way or the other, then there's no point. It doesn't matter how long or short the part is.
Yeah.
It can be for a scene or 3 scenes, or it can be through the film. But if it is, if it makes the story move, if it does something to the story, then it makes sense. Then I'm engaged in the story as an actor.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a deal breaker for me if that's not happening.
Yeah, for me, like he said, of course, you know, that's for most of the actors, that you have to be a part of the main narrative of the film. And besides that, for me, what is a complete no-no is something that I can't watch with my parents.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I feel that they've put in so much trust in me and let me live my dream, and they're very liberal, you know. But can I like, this is a film, like I said, even though the topic is taboo, I can watch with them because it's a complete family entertainer. It's a family story, you know. So I think if there is anything cringeworthy, or even if it comes to, see, sometimes just to sort of manicure, or, you know, just to show short clothes or skin show, which is not a part. If that's your character, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, if you are playing the story of maybe like doing a chameli, you know, then that's a story, and you're telling a person's life journey, then that's fine. But if it's just for the heck of it and just for posters and, you know, not really needed, and you're being used as a prop and doing skin show, then that's something which is a complete no for me.
Yeah, for me also. I don't like skin show unless it's really required.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, you know, I was joking. No, I was just saying it's very interesting, this coming from a man.
I get embarrassed. I mean, like, they've been, you know, with the advent of OTT and the kind of, you know, it's liberal, and a lot of filmmakers get space to express themselves.
Right.
But a lot of them also take shortcuts. You know, like, because they don't genuinely have a story to tell, they have somewhat of a story to tell, they'll say, okay, let's do this, let's use a certain kind of language, or let's use a certain sort of boisterousness just to get attention.
Yeah, so just to get attention is something which is not. If it's a part of the script and it's really needed, I mean, it's a romantic film, of course the hero and the heroine will kiss.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine. But if it's not needed, then it's not needed. Then you're just, you know, so I think that's a no for me.
That's right. Rakul, you play, a condom tester in the film. I've seen the trailer. And
oh, you did?
Yes, I did. Zyada kuch to bataya nahi gaya for obvious reasons, but I've read somewhere that, so initially when you take up this job, you are a little, skeptical about it, what am I doing? And then you go with the flow.
Yeah.
I am assuming that, people in the film sort of also question the fact that you being a female is a part of that profession, if I'm not wrong.
You'll know in the film. मतलब अभी मैं ये बता दूँ कि ये हुआ था, and then मैं ये बता दूँ कि लोग क्या बोलते हैं.
Like the way your character faces that kind of a sexism. So have you faced something like that in your career ever?
No, that whether I'm a female and why I'm doing
any
this?
Kind of sexism that happens on a film set.
No, I've been very lucky and blessed that I've never sort of faced anything like that.
Right.
But then, of course, there is a slight wave of it in the society generally, but then we are not one society.
Yeah.
We're different stratas. Like, what is happening in Bandra might not be happening in Ghatkopar.
Yeah.
For lack of a better example, not that I'm trying to put
no,
anything, but I'm just saying that they are different mindsets within the same country, within the same society, and I'm sure a lot of women face that, and which is what I said in the beginning, that this is also about a woman's choice. It's about her freedom to her body, and breaking that patriarchy of the society that aisa hi hota hai, nobody really cares about a woman's health. So the film does subtly talk about these things, but as far as I'm concerned, I've been lucky that I haven't, and also I'm a very like boyish inside, like a fauji. मुझे कोई मना करेगा तो I'm like, excuse me. तो मेरे अंदर से फिर वो fighter निकल के आता है बाहर.
Right, guys. Before we let you go, we'll play a very very small quiz. So I'm going to give you this one-line summary of films that have tried to normalize sex or break sex-related taboos, and you have to give me the name of the film, whoever gives me first.
Okay.
Okay, so this is directed by Imtiaz Ali. It tries to normalize that it's okay to go to a sex clinic. Very, very sweet.
Dr. Arora.
Yes.
I loved the trailer. I've not watched the film, but yeah.
My dear friend Kumud Mishra.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a film on a woman selling condoms in a small town in MP.
This is Nusrat's film.
Yes, tell me the
Jannat Mein Jari.
Yes. Okay, so this is a film about a woman running a sex clinic and facing discrimination. What is the name of the film? Yes. You can also try. Come on.
Oh, was it?
I know.
It's a difficult name. I know.
No, I know. उसको हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? Give us some hints, yeah.
It starts with K.
K.
ये क्या हिंट है?
अभी क्या हिंट दूँ मैं? She said क्लिनिक को जो हिंदी में बोलते हैं.
हाँ, खाना, शफाखाना, हाँ, खानदानी शफाखाना.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 films by Ayushmann Khurrana on sex education.
His
Vicky
first
Donor.
film, Dr. G,
Yes.
is one, and Vicky Donor.
He said the other one. All right. So this is not a Bollywood film. This is a series, okay? 2 school friends running a sex clinic at school.
I haven't watched this.
It's a very
that
popular
Sex
series.
Education?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I
It's
haven't
out
watched
there.
Sex Education.
All right then, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
and
you.
all the very best for Chhatriwali.
Thank
It
you so
looks
much.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.